Next on today's episode of Lion TV, we have Sammy D with Beyond the Door and Tristan Siebert with Lion of the Week.
And me, Addie Butler, here to bring you all your Super Bowl updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Good morning, Searcy High School. Welcome to another episode of Lion TV. I'm Colin Shepard.
And I'm the one and only Dakota. Let's take a look at those announcements.
The 2020 Student View Scholarship Program is offering $12,000 worth of scholarships to high school seniors who plan to continue their education. If you wish to apply, log on to www.student-view.com and complete a 15 to 20 minute application survey about colleges in your area. The scholarship will be awarded by a random drawing of all completed applications. The winner will be announced in May.
If you desire to apply for the White County Farm Bureau Scholarship, applications are now available in the Guidance Center. Your parent or legal guardian must be a member of White County Farm Bureau at least 90 days prior to the application submission. This application must be submitted with a wallet-sized picture and returned to the White County Farm Bureau office by April 10th. See Mrs. Cleveland for an application.
Students who are considered going to Paul Mitchell following graduation can apply for a $1,000 scholarship. Students will need to text 501-504-7166 for more information.
Local scholarships are now on the Searcy High website. If you need some extra dough for college swing, buy the .org to sign up.
The FBI is offering the Future Agent and Training Program. Interested students must be 16 and 19 years old by April 10th, must have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and must be able to travel on their own to Fort Smith on April 10th, 17th, and 24th for the 8:30 to 4 o'clock program. The student cannot be involved in any criminal proceeding, not to include traffic violations. Our school is always looking for new ways to improve our campus.
Sammy has gotten the chance to talk to the East program on how they are working to improve it for us.
Beyond the Door is an elaborate project the East has been planning for the past several years. We talked to two people to get their insight on this.
Beyond the Door is a project that I've had students working on for about 4 years. They have created a plan to develop the area that is locked in by several of the buildings. So it's between the Science Hall and the Social Studies / English Hall.
Beyond the Door is an outdoor garden that originally started as a butterfly garden. Our goal is to have a greenhouse and plants that students can go and experience with.
One of the ways administration plans to expand is to plant crops and erect a greenhouse.
The current plan is to have an outdoor classroom. That is not in the first phase. There is a raised bed garden. The raised beds are already there. Those were built by the ag students last summer and put in place. There is a greenhouse that has not yet been assembled. It's been started, it's not all the way together. And the big part of the project is that a sidewalk was actually poured to go from one end of the courtyard to the other.
Another main objective of this project is to further teach students about agriculture.
We did receive a couple of grants for the project, and one of the purposes that we included in those grant proposals was teaching students how easy it is to grow their own food, how food goes from the garden to the table. So nutrition, growing and preparing food, those were real objectives in the original part of the design.
I think it's a great idea that students can get to see things instead of just read about them. So yeah, and they can grow themselves.
So as you can see, Beyond the Door is going to turn out very nicely for the students of Searcy High School. Let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Sammy, for that story.
In national news, Apple has temporarily shut down due to the coronavirus. It has affected 14,550 citizens globally. Chinese around the country confined to their apartments either by choice or by order are making the best of the situation as cities remain in lockdown in a desperate bid to contain a new dangerous virus. A couple from Shantou, a coastal city in Guangdong province, recreated a childhood game at home for their children. Many travel plans and outdoor activities were canceled. A lot of people are strictly limiting their needs of going outside, said Oyong, the father. Staying home is boring, so we decided to play this game at home with our kids and record a short clip of it.
When the leading Democratic presidential candidates marked Martin Luther King Jr. Day by linking arms and marching through South Carolina's Capitol. Michael Bloomberg was nowhere near the early primary state. The former New York mayor was instead in Arkansas, tossing out candy at a King's Day parade and enjoying his status as the only presidential hopeful in town, skipping the early voting states and banking on success in the later delegate-rich contest has never been done successfully, but no candidate has ever brought the financial firepower that Bloomberg can. He is worth an estimated $60 billion and has already spent more than $200 million building a campaign in more than 24 states. He's staked his hopes on states like Texas, California, and Arkansas that vote on March 3rd.
In local news, the Arkansas Supreme Court has rejected the appeal of a man who fatally shot a U.S. Army soldier and wounded another outside a recruiting station in Little Rock. Muhammad, 34, was sentenced to life without parole after pleading guilty to the 2009 fatal shooting of Private William Long of Conway and wounding of Private Quentin Iziguala of Jacksonville outside the Little Rock Army Navy's Career Center. Let's send things over to Maria to see what the weather is looking like for this week.
My name's Maria Spearn and I'm here to bring you your weather. So today you'll have a high of 43, rain showers, 90% chance of rain, winds going north-northeast at 13 miles per hour, humidity at 89, and your sun will rise at 7:03 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight, you'll have a low of 34, rain and snow showers. Rain is at 40% chance, winds north-northwest at 10 miles per hour, humidity is at 92%, and your sun will set at 5:39 p.m. On to the almanac. For the last 7 days, temperatures, your high is a 74, low 33. Monthly average of precipitation is 3.82 inches. Your month to date is 0.12 inches. On to the 5cast. Thursday, it'll be cloudy, 43 as your high, 30 as your low, 20% chance of rain. Friday will be partly cloudy, 51 as the high, 34 as the low, 10% chance of rain. Saturday is partly cloudy, 44 as the high, 31 as the low, 20% chance of rain. Sunday is partly cloudy, 49 as the high, 37 as the low, 10% chance of rain. Monday will be rainy, 55 as the high, 42 as the low, and a 40% chance of rain. So I guess it's going to be cold and rainy and then a little warm.
I'm ready for the warm weather. I'm tired of all this cold weather. I want to wear shorts again.
Yeah,
That's my favorite thing about the year, I guess, is shorts and short sleeves, anything short.
Yeah. Let's look at tomorrow's lunch.
Tomorrow for lunch we'll be having popcorn chicken, dipping sauce, Italian combo wrap, sweet potato crunch, seasoned black eyed peas, whole grain breadstick, applesauce, raisins, and milk.
Be sure to thank our fabulous lunch ladies for their delicious, nutritious food.
You know they're the best. The NHS will be having its annual food drive. 9th grade classes, please bring peanut butter crackers, cheese crackers, saltine crackers, snack packs of cookies, basically any kind of snack cracker in packages. The personal hygiene items are deodorant or soap. 10th grade classes, please bring easy prep meals such as macaroni and cheese, hamburger helper, ramen noodles, etc. The personal hygiene item is wet wipes.
11th grade classes, please bring ready-to-eat pop-top canned foods such as pasta meals, soup, rice meals, ravioli. Only pop-top cans, no one cans that have to have a can opener. The personal hygiene item is a toothbrush. 12th grade classes, please bring Pop-Tarts, granola bars, breakfast bars, and the personal hygiene item is toothpaste.
Now we have Tristan Siebert with our new line of the week.
What's up, Cersei High School? It's your boy Tree Dog back with your line of the week, Griffin Love. So how are you, G-Love?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So when did you start playing basketball?
Oh, that was about, I think, kindergarten, so about 5.
So your basketball career is going good?
It's going all right.
That's good, that's good. Before a game, you look like a nervous type. Are you a nervous type?
Yeah, I do get nervous sometimes.
So what do you do to release some of that stress?
Well, put the headphones in, listen to some Chief Keef, and sip on some black coffee.
Nice, nice. We know you're the best basketball player, but is there anybody that comes close to you at all?
That guy, Freddie Hicks.
Oh yeah, he's pretty tall.
He's all right. Yeah.
I see him sometimes get like a easy dunk, but
Yeah.
nothing like crazy. But do you look up at anybody?
Yeah, Freddie Hicks. You know, best player in the state. I don't care what anybody else says.
Well, folks, you heard it here. Once again, I'm Tristan Siebert here with the Beast, Griffin Love. Let's send things back to the news desk.
Thanks, Tristan.
Now let's send it over to Addie to see what's happening in the world of sports.
Good afternoon, SHS. Let's jump into some local sports updates. Give a big congratulations to Johnson Guthrie for receiving the Mitch Petrus Award on Fearless Friday.
What went through your mind when the trainer said, you're out, you tore your ACL?
What went through my mind was that this was a blessing, that this is something that was meant to happen, because I've never had an injury before, and this was the last game of my senior year, and this was meant to happen. So it was not for me, it was for my teammates, and it was to show them, just what football is really about.
Congrats on representing Searcy High School so well, Johnson. Friday, your Lion and Lady Lion basketball teams will travel to Paragould to take on the Rams. During the first half of the season, the Lions defeated Paragould 59-34, and the Lady Lions fell to them 44-34. Right now, the Lions are 4-3 in their conference season, while Paragould sits at 0-7. The Lady Lions have a record of 0-7, and Paragould's ladies are 2-5. Saturday, the wrestling teams will head over to Russellville to compete in the dual state tournament. Wish both teams the best of luck in their competitions. In college basketball news, this season has been marked by upsets and rotations of number one teams. As March Madness quickly approaches, top teams are coming into focus. Right now, it stands with Baylor, Gonzaga, San Diego State, and Kansas entering the tournaments as 1 seeds. The 4 teams combined have a record of 36-1 since January 1st, with the 1 loss coming from Baylor's defeat of Kansas last month. Louisville, Duke, Florida State, and Dayton are still AP Top 25 favorites, but they'll most likely enter as their region's respective 2 seeds. Mike DeCourcy with College Basketball on Fox predicts the Big Ten taking a total of 10 schools to March Madness, with the Big East and the SEC both bringing in 6 schools. There are still 6 weeks left of regular season play to rattle up bracket predictions before the tournament begins on March 17th. In national news, for the first time in 50 years, the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. Patrick Mahomes guided the franchise past the San Francisco 49ers for a surprisingly low-scoring 31-20 victory in Super Bowl 54. Trailing 20-10 midway through the 4th quarter, the Chiefs took off on a 21-point streak to claim the title. Mahomes threw 2 touchdowns during that time, including a pass to Damian Williams that set them ahead. After the 49ers turned over the ball on downs, Williams ran a 38-yard touchdown to secure the victory for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes received the Pete Rozelle MVP award for his work in the game, completing 2 touchdown passes, 286 passing yards, and 29 rushing yards. Mahomes made history Sunday night as the youngest person ever to receive the MVP trophy. As the 50-year dry spell ended for Kansas City, head coach Andy Reid celebrated his first Super Bowl victory as a head coach. Well, Cersei, that's all I have for you today. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Addie, for those sports updates.
Well, that wraps up today's episode of Lion TV.
If you missed any episodes, be sure to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to Searcy High Lion TV.
And remember to follow us on Twitter at LionTV, Instagram at Searcy Lion TV, and Facebook at Searcy High Lion TV. Signing off as always, I'm Dakota Johnston.
And I'm Colin Shepard. See y'all Friday.